How's it guys? So we're here by Pizza Familia, located 89 Voortrekker Road in Goodwood. It's opposite the McDonald's. And it's next to Fish Fabric on the corner, as you guys know. Everybody knows where Fish Fabric is. So we're trying out the pizza today. We're collabing with them.
What's up?
I'm not for it. Wow, gracious. You know what? This, after the everything, it's the best. It should be the best. Welcome back, guys. So we are going to Pizza Familia. We're collabing with them today. They're gonna let us try the best-selling pizza called the Ribster. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy that part of our video. This is mainly for the trays video that Turi made for us. It's a sliding trays for ladies that we use for cob. Turi always reiterates that it's what works for us. So if you guys have like any suggestions on how we can make it better and stuff, let us know in the comments. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Righto. So basically what we have here is the sliding of mallet or masbanker or whatever. Also, just a fun fact with regards to sliding of masbanker. I know a lot of people say no, you can't slide massies and stuff like that, but I've actually had very good success on keeping them alive firstly, and then getting fish on them. They are fish that tend to die very quickly. The mallet is a much hardier fish than them, but I have caught some nice fish on masbanker that I kept alive. So yeah, so today I'm just going to do a quick slide trace. Again, this is what works for me. I have a 6-ounce slide sinker. Then we have the ring. So when you buy the slide itself, I must get the slide quick, but when you buy the slide itself, the ring comes with it. Then I have a 7/0 inline octopus circle gamma, and then a 7/0 demon circle. Here I have 0.7 LV line. Then I have this hook. This hook is the hook that I usually use for the back of for the hook that attaches to the body of the mallet. This is a Kindle round, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure what size this hook is, but I bought this pack a long time ago, so I can't really remember. And then obviously the cable tie, which is going to go through the eye of a mallet, a piece of heat shrink, and then swivels. I'm just going to get the actual slide quick, and then yeah, we'll do the trace. Here we go, man. Here's the slide. The slide, obviously, when you're sliding, you pull this wire, loose. Then basically what you do is you wrap your line in. Come from here, you go around through the bottom here until your line is here. The aim of this is to ensure that this is pointing towards the water. So don't slide it like that, because then your line is not going to go down. It's a non-return slide. If the line is like this, then basically what happens is, if you slide out like this and this side is facing the water, then what will happen is the sinker here will pull this slide down, and it will cause a kink in your line, and the slide won't go down. But if you do it this way, with the sinker facing the water, then basically what happens is your sinker pulls it down, and it will go straight down with your line. As long as you keep enough tension on the line, the slide will go right down, and like that, down towards the sinker, and ultimately it will knock when it hits the bottom of the sinker, or when it reaches the ring that attaches to your sinker, and then it will knock. And yeah, I don't know what else there is that I don't have here, but let's do the presentation. So for today, I will use the gamma. I'll use the gamma today, just for demonstration purposes. I usually also like fishing a demon circle. I use the gamma when I use a very big lively. With a smaller lively, I use a Demon Circle 607 or 80. And like I said in the previous video, I prefer it because it's very light. If you slide a smaller lively, you don't need to really worry about the hook weight bringing the lively down. Even though it's a very okay, there is a difference between the hook weight of a gamma versus the Demon Circle, but yeah, it's just personal preference. I'll be using the Kamagatsu. So yeah. So basically what I start off doing, I'll start off by by attaching the ring to the slide. So yeah. So basically I will use the same line. I will use a 0.7 line. If I use 0.7, I usually like using a 0.55 line or so, but if I use 0.6, if I use 0.7, then this is what I do. I generally just tie a knot in it so that it acts like a weak point, that in the event that the sinker doesn't want to come loose and you're on with the fish, you can still bring that fish out, and it's very likely that this knot will cause this line to break. But basically what I do is, this is the sinker line, I make it short, I don't know, 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters, however long you want it to be. And then basically what I do is, I will tie just a quick double uni to the swivel. Right, so double unit to the swivel, and then another double unit to the end here. And then obviously just cut off the tag ends. But basically there we go, this attached to the ring, and then you lead a knot on here. And then basically what I sometimes do is I'll sometimes attach a cable tie over here, depending on the current, depending on how big the larvae is, but generally this is sufficient. I really do it with these type of sinkers. Usually with the shorter ones, with the thicker wires, I will cable tie them, and then, you know, because sometimes it becomes very frustrating if you cast the slide sinker out and you put in a very deep wade, and then only for you to come to your rod stand and then the sinker pulls loose. So sometimes I do that. I cable tie it, and then yeah. So this is the first step. Tie this onto your leader of your reel or the rod, and then cast this out. Generally I like casting this thing out on the low tide, and then waiting until the tide to push before I slide. Or if I do throw it out on a high tide, I will generally wait about 10 minutes for the sinker to set in the sand, and once it's set in the sand, then you can start sliding. So yeah, so this is the sinker, and then for the slide I will use a 0.7 the same that I used for the sinker. Now with this length of trace here, I know people is going to have different opinions. I try to make it relatively long, so I will make it, I don't know how much is that, the 60, 80, almost a meter. I don't mind, just under a meter. I'll make that trace. And I don't know exactly what dimensions I use for this, but I will eyeball it once I start putting on the hooks and stuff. So first knot I will put in here. Double uni again into your swivel of your of the slide. Alright, double uni, and then on the end I will take my my circle hook. I usually put it through the front first, and then I'll measure it out, right? Measure it out to be more or less like that. Then basically I will snide it like this, the same as I did in the previous video. Pull that. So that's how I will snide him. That is the first. This is the hook that's going to go through the swivel, which I'm going to show you now. And then I have the back hook, which I'll also just double uni. Go to the back. And then on this hook, pull that. But before I pull that, I will generally take a piece of mono, and then I put him in between here, and then pull that. Right? Piece of mono, and then I'll pull that. And this generally, I know it's a bit long, but I'm not going to cut it off now, but I mean, you can adjust this according to the size of your liveys. If you have a mixed bag of liveys, then it's best to make it longer, because this back hook, you can always just adjust where you're going to put it. So yeah, but the purpose of this is so that when the hook lies against the livey's body, then it doesn't really move. If you don't have this, then the hook will sometimes lay flush against the body like that, or from the top like that, but with this, prevents the movement. So yeah, so that's the setup. And with regards to tying the livey on, basically what I'll do is I'll take a swivel, right? A piece of heat shrink. This is an old piece of heat shrink that already had a hook in, but then basically you take it, heat it up, and then wait until it cools down. And then what I do is I take it, put this through take the hook, put it through the heat shrink, and then we have that contraption there. And then basically what I do with this setup is I'll take a cable tie like this. Generally I cut it to a sharp edge. Then I'll take a livey and I'll put this through the eye of the livey, and then through this, and then I'll connect him, close it up, and then have the livey through the eye here with this hook in front of the nose of the livey, and then obviously the back hook on the side of the livey. And then that's how I will basically slide the livey out. And yeah, again, this works for me. Again, the other thing is sometimes, like I said in the previous video, also I'll put a float here, but not really necessary if I'm sliding bigger liveys. And then obviously for the sharp money, you can go 1 mil, you can go full metal jacket or whatever, on the sliding trace, whatever works for you. But yeah, that's basically the slide trace that I use. Most of the cob that I've caught on slide. And then typically what I do, I don't really like this hook at the back, this hook. So generally the way I fish is like this, with a single hook. attached to the live. That's how I fish. There's been a few times in the summer where you can see the live has been bitten at the back. It comes out with no tail, it comes out with half a body and stuff like that. And obviously in those cases, if you had this hook at the back, it would be good. But like I said, I prefer fishing this way with a single hook attached to the swivel. Single hook attached to the swivel by means of the heat shrink. The heat shrink, it won't be able to come out the swivel. See how fast it is there. And then obviously the swivel into the live's eyes and then slide him out just like that. I haven't had an instance where the livey comes off, because I know a lot of the time before I started sliding I used to cast the liveys out, and a lot of the time you reel in and there's nothing on, and then you don't know if it's a fish, if it's because you cast it too hard and whatever. But I mean, the livey's eye is very tough. When you pierce the livey through the eye, it doesn't really die. It's a safe way to put the livey on, and sometimes, most of the time after session, I usually just release the liveys that I have, and they are swimming perfectly. You don't damage the livey that way as well. But yeah, that's it for me for today. This is the slide trace. Like I said, this back hook, if there's alpha in the water and you're sliding liveys, or you want extra connection, then you put him on. And then, like I said again, your Gammas 7.0 or your Demon Circle 7.8, 6.7.8. Those are the hooks that I used to slide depending on the size of the livey. So yeah, that's it for us today. Hopefully the next session we can show you some cob. That's what we'll be targeting soon. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there is any improvements I can make to the stress, don't be shy to comment. And just let us know what we can do to improve the traces, what hooks to use, what sinkers to use, what thickness line to use. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Danko!
Right, guys, and that's it for the end of our video. As you can see there, Pizza Familia. Okay, you can't really see.
Be sure to check out Pizza Familia. They're located at 89 Voortrekker Road.
Yeah.
Goodwood. Opposite
the McDonald's.
And
yeah, First Fabric is on the corner here.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's possible giveaways in the future. So make sure you go follow them and follow us.
Yeah. We will link the TikTok page in the bio, so please make sure that you do follow them, and like and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the trace video as well. Like I said in the video, drop comments down below if there are any improvements to the traces. But yeah,
That's
hope you enjoy. Represent.